You guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can tell, I'm in a different setup. I moved for the summer. I'll be moving again at the end of the summer, and so I don't know if lighting is good or anything like that because this is my first time filming in this location. So yes, I had just gotten lighting together. We moved again, we're working with it. I hope the lighting is okay. I'm gonna play around with it and try to get it down as quickly as possible. But anyway, today what I wanted to do is products I've hit pan on. I don't really feel like I have a ton of products that I hit pan on, but I think that this will definitely show you some of my favorite products. Now, of course, by the nature of certain products, I really wish that I could do that with like lipsticks and stuff, but it's really hard to do that. So I'm sure I can find another way to show you guys my most used lip glosses or lipsticks or something like that. So these are products that I have definitely hit pan on. I was going to put a couple honorable mentions in here, but I decided not to. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. And I hope my volume is okay as well. I hope I'm not talking too low. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm actually going to get started by mentioning this product right here. This used to be my ride or die, and I actually need to throw this away. This is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I did repurchase it, and I don't think the formula is exactly the same. But this is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit right here. As you can see, used it, loved it. Well, I decided to repurchase it, and I've actually hit pan on this one, which is why I decided to include it. But I don't think the formula is the same, and I've really been into using an eyebrow pencil for my eyebrows because my eyebrows, I feel like, have just kind of been a hot mess. Like, I have just been fighting with them a lot, still trying to get them together. But this used to be the only product that I use for my brows. This was the first thing that I got comfortable with. And you got a tinted wax as well as a powder. I do feel like the wax is a lot thinner and kind of slippery now versus I feel like the wax used to hang together a little bit more. So I don't like it as much as I used to, but I will use this one up and then I probably would not repurchase again. So hit pan on that. And then the next thing that I hit pan on, I'm including a lip balm because I was proud of this. This is the Carmex Original Lip Balm, and I have actually repurchased it. I know I talked about it a lot on the first year of my channel, but I have hit pan on it. I hope you guys can see that. But I have hit pan on this, and I'm sure I'll be using this up within the next couple of weeks. So I've hit pan on that. And I like Carmex. I think it moisturizes my lips really well. I'm going to have to do my research because I've been hearing that Carmex really is not good for you. So I don't know. I'm going to do my own research so that I can be an informed consumer. And if it's not good for me, then I won't purchase it again. But it does great things for my lips. So I'm going to have to do my research and find out. The next thing I want to mention is some powders. Now, I've hit pan on two different powders. This is the Maybelline Dream Wonder powder, and I have it in 93 Honey Beige, which when I lighten up in the winter, if I get really light, then this is like my color. So when it's like deep winter, that's typically when I can wear this. And as you can see, I've hit pan. I can't tell you how many of these powders I have repurchased. It's still definitely one of my favorite drugstore powders. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. So definitely have hit pan on it, and I do have it in another shade because I loved it so much that when I deepened up, I wanted to have another shade, and I think this might be their deepest shade, 95 Coconut. So Maybelline, we need to get some more colors because we need to extend the range. But because it's an amazing powder and I just want other people to be able to experience it, and the fact that this is the deepest color is really disappointing. But as you can see, I've definitely hit pan on it. So love those. I have repurchased so many of those. I actually have a backup right now of 95 Coconut in my drawer. And then the other powder, which is my other favorite drugstore powder, and I think this one goes a little bit farther in terms of coverage. So I kind of think like this one you can wear it as a powder foundation, but I really think this one goes a little bit farther. Both of these I've also used to set liquid foundation, and I just love them both so much. I can't pick between them. So this is the L'Oreal True Match powder, and I have two different shades as well depending on the time of year. The first shade I have is WA Cream Cafe, and boom, hit major pan. I am so proud of this because, you know, when you're somebody who has a healthy amount of makeup. It just feels good to know that yes, I use my makeup, I play in my makeup, I enjoy my makeup, you know, it's not just sitting around. I'm actively using this. And so the other shade that I have is Soft Sable C6. And I actually really love this powder on my dry skin too. It looks beautiful. I did find a powder that I like more than this from the drugstore, but I had an allergic reaction to it, so I have to take it back. But this powder is really nice as well. And then another thing that I've hit pan on, which I think if there was a testament to how much I love this product, it would have to be this one, because this is one of the newest products, if not the newest product, and I've hit pan on it. I bought this around March or April last year, and I have hit major pan on it. It's taken over my life. This is the NYX HD finishing powder, and I have the one in yellow banana, and I just love the way this looks under the eye. I feel like it's lightweight enough to where if I use a little bit, I tap off the excess, it does not look powdery on my skin, and I feel like it definitely even adds more brightness, but it doesn't look too overdone on my skin. And I also like this because if I use a concealer and maybe it didn't give me the highlight I want, I can go in with this, and I feel like it just brightens it up a little bit more and kind of reduces that natural shadow that my glasses can cast. And so I've hit major pan on that as well. And then I have eyeshadow palettes. Now, I personally, knowing that I've actually hit pan on 3 eyeshadow palettes, which I did not realize, really makes me proud. And there were 2 other eyeshadow palettes that I really could have mentioned, so maybe I'll show them to you guys anyway. But I didn't because I haven't hit pan on them, even though I know that hitting pan on them is coming. But the 3 that I have hit pan on, this used to be my favorite eyeshadow palette. It used to be the one that I always travel with, and it's the Missy Lynn BH Cosmetics palette. Now, I got this when it first came out, so I've heard a ton of people who got it, I guess on the next round, who said that they didn't think the formula was very good and they didn't think the shadows blended very well. My shadows still blend really well. I have found shadow formulas that I like more, that I think are just a better formula, but I did love this, and I have hit pan on the like burnt orange shade in there, because I used it no matter what I did with this palette. I used this. I remember a time when I would be doing my eyeshadow with another palette, and I would pick this palette up to use this burnt orange shade to like smudge on the lower lash line, or to go back over my transition, or to buff out my crease. I went through a phase where no matter what I was doing, I reached for that. So it makes sense that I would have hit pan on it. I hope you can see that. So I did hit pan on that. And then I also hit pan, surprisingly, on this Makeup Revolution Redemption Palette Iconic 3. Now, these palettes are supposed to be extremely similar to the Urban Decay Naked eyeshadow palettes. I don't own any of those, and I really was thinking about getting the 1 and the 3, because I feel like they're the ones that I use the most in this range, especially the 3. This eyeshadow palette looks beautiful. My only complaint is that there just aren't enough mattes. There are 3 mattes, and I just feel like they're also still lighter mattes. And so I've hit pan on this one because this is one of the only shades I can use as a crease shade, and it's right here. And I use that almost every time I do an eyeshadow look. And so I've hit pan on that. And the formula on this is pretty good. It's not the best eyeshadow formula I've used. It's definitely not the worst. I can turn out a ton of pretty looks with this. I don't find that these shadows get muddy, and I find that they last a long time. So I do really actually like this formula. It's just, I wouldn't consider it like a formula like my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palette, or my Loreal eyeshadow palette. I think those formulas are just top tier for me. But this is a really good eyeshadow formula. For these iconic palettes. I do like this formula. One thing I don't like, since, you know, just go ahead and give you pros and cons, that's always important. I don't like the skinny little rows, because it's really hard to get a brush in, and I wish they were shorter and wider, because I think if they were shorter and they were wider, it would just be easier to get a brush in, to do whatever look you're gonna do, versus trying to squeeze the brush in these. So
no, that is Allie's.
hold on, you guys. I don't remember what the last thing was that I was saying. I'm so thrown off. Anyway, I think the last thing that I was saying was that I don't like these skinny rows, because I just wish they were wider because I feel like it would be a lot easier to get a brush in. So I really don't like that. I don't know, it just kind of turns me off a little bit. And then the final thing that I have hit pan on, I don't think anybody's going to be surprised. I feel like I talk about this palette like it's going out of style. But this is the Makeup Geek Starter Kit, and I have hit pan on 2 shades. This, I'm proud. When did I get this? You know, I don't even, you know what, let me look. I'm about to look and tell you guys when I bought this, because I put it on Twitter when I bought it. Okay, so I had to do that. I bought these around the beginning of March of last year, and as you can see, I've hit pan on 2 of these shades. This one is Unexpectedly, it's real, which is so funny because it's actually a shade in here called Unexpectedly, but this is Creme Brulee, and I really did not think I was going to vibe with that shade, but honestly I love it. And when I order from Makeup Geek again, which I have not done, I'm going to get a second one of these because I'm going to literally finish this shade up. I use it so much. This is now the shade that if I'm using other palettes, I will pull this out to use this shade right here. And also Mocha, it's everything this type of brown shade should be. I love it. And so I've hit pan on those 2 right there. I just feel very happy to see that I've hit pan on things, because there's a point in my collection where I had nothing that I hit pan on. So this is everything that I've hit pan on. Again, I'm sorry for the kind of interruption during the video, you guys. I really hope that didn't mess things up too much, but I hope you guys enjoy seeing this, and as I have more products that I've hit pan on, I will update this or do a part 2 or something like that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Every product will be listed down in the description box, as well as somebody asked me about my social media before on Snapchat. I do put all of my social media down in the description box. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.